What's good, everybody? It's the Clown with Cam show. All I gotta say is Lebron James, baby. All the haters, what are they saying? All the haters are saying, well, this was a bubble year. This shouldn't count. This should have an asterisk over LeBron's ring. He should have won a trophy. Stop it. LeBron is great, and I feel like our society today is really hating on LeBron for no reason. Okay, I get it. Sometimes, yes, LeBron does flop. He does cry sometimes. I get that. That's probably his main weakness. Let's be honest here, but so many people want to go back to, his downfall of the 2011 Finals versus the Dallas Mavericks. Well, okay, as if you remember, let's recall back to Isaiah Thomas back in 83 when he had a meltdown. Back in 84 when he played against Bird and turned the ball over seconds to go. Bird stole his inbound pass, and threw it behind the back for the game. Oh, but we're not going to talk about that, right? We're not going to say anything about Isaiah Thomas. We're just going to say all the great things. But when it comes to LeBron, we always want to minimize him. We always want to downplay it. So many people, and the thing is, I'm getting right now is, LeBron, he's similar to KD. He did what KD did. Absolutely not. LeBron went to Miami, okay? At the time, Miami, yes, D-Wade won a championship back in 2006, okay? Let's fast forward to 2010-11. Okay, this was after, and the Wade team he had then was not good at all. So it was not the same if KD leaving OKC. This is how it's not the same, because KD played with Russell Westbrook in OKC against Golden State, and they were beating Golden State, dude, and they lost. They gave it up in Game 6 at home. They gave it up. And what does KD do? That very next year, he says, you know what, Russ, I'm gone. I'm going to the team that beat us in the playoffs the year before that. And he joins the Oklahoma City, the Golden State Warriors, who already were a championship team with Draymond, with Klay Thompson, with Curry. This was a joke, dude. So when I hear people saying LeBron and KD's situation is the same, no, it's not, dude. KD went to a championship team that literally won a couple years before that. LeBron went to the Heat, and Wade won like 4 or 5 years before LeBron even showed up, and Chris Bosh. And a lot of people were saying Chris Bosh this, Chris Bosh that. Chris Bosh was great with the Raptors, okay? But when he went to the Heat, he was pretty average. Let's be honest here. Yes, he made that rebound, pass it out to Ray Allen that really changed the dynamic of everything, right? But let's be honest here. Chris Bosh, a superstar? Come on, let's stop it. That's like saying Kevin Love was a superstar when he was with LeBron. Yes, K-Love put up crazy numbers with Minnesota, but when he got with LeBron, it wasn't the same. I'd much rather have Draymond Green than Kevin Love all day, every day. 100%. And so many people disagree with me on it. I just love the way Draymond plays. I love his hustle. I love his heart on the court. And I just feel like K-Love doesn't have that alpha in him, that animal in him. If it wasn't for Kyrie and LeBron, dude, K-Love would... Dude, let's be honest here. K-Love was not a superstar. I'm sorry. But with LeBron's greatness, it's amazing. Dating back, yes, his first 7 years in the league really obviously was his learning years. He came fresh out of high school, the chosen one, on Sports Illustrated. This was fate, dude. This was written in the stars, and it's crazy. We look back at the 2003 NBA draft, and we look at some of these. Carmelo Anthony, what's he doing now? He's coming off the bench, averaging, like 10 points a game? Yes, D-Wade, Hall of Famer, no doubt, had a great career, way better career than wheelchair Paul Pierce, who claims to say he had a better career than D-Wade. Stop it. Not even close. D-Wade, Hall of Famer, no doubt. I would say D-Wade's one of the best teammates LeBron James has ever had. Obviously AD right now, Anthony Davis. But seriously, though, everybody wants to minimize LeBron James. And a lot of people, LeBron James' greatest game that I've ever seen, I believe this was in 2007, 2008. This was a playoff game at Detroit, and literally LeBron James took over. He had over 45 that game, and literally he hit every shot he took, and they won. They won that game. I believe they did not win the series. This was when Detroit was like legit Detroit. Like a couple years prior, they won a championship in 2004 Detroit. In literally 2005, they lost to the Spurs in the championship in Game 7, which really could have went either way. They could have repeated. So, like, LeBron, I feel like then really Detroit and battling with Boston. Yes, we've seen a meltdown with LeBron at Boston. I get it. In 2000 or 2009, it was, I think, LeBron James' last time in Cleveland. But let's be honest here. LeBron's great, dude. He is amazing. And then we saw him beat OKC. We saw him in Game 6 against Boston in 2012 where he took over, had 45 that game. Had over like 25 in the first half. Paul Pierce, where were you at? Paul Pierce was to minimize LeBron. Where was he at? You know what I'm saying? And then we go to 2014. Where's Paul Pierce at? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Everybody wants to throw shade at LeBron. Just admit it. He's great. Beat OKC. Then that next year, yes, I get it. Ray Allen hit the legendary three, changed the whole outcome. And then LeBron hit a big jumper late game in the fourth quarter of Game 7 against the Spurs. They were up 88-90. LeBron James hit a right wing jumper to settle it to go up 4-2 possessions. That's it. That was a huge shot. That was one of LeBron's biggest shots of his career, dude. This was in the finals in Game 7. I thought LeBron was not clutch. He had a huge shot to put him up by 4. I believe with like less than 20 seconds left against the Spurs. And then, yes, that next year they go to the finals again. They lose to the Spurs. That was his last year with the Heat. Then he gets traded, and then he goes back to Cleveland. And then 2015, he loses to Golden State in 5 or 6 games. I believe it was 6 games. Correct me if I'm wrong, but LeBron went off. And that was literally LeBron's best playoff performance I've ever seen. And they lost that series. Kyrie was hurt. K-Love was hurt. They had Matthew Dellavedova starting. Like, come on. LeBron went for 40 a game, dude. He was going off. And yet they still lost. One of his best finals performances I've ever seen. And then we go to 2016. And then what happens? LeBron James comes back from 3-1 and beats Golden State Warriors. The first time any NBA team's ever done that. He made history, dude. Like, and then we still want to minimize him. If it wasn't for Kyrie's shot. Or what about LeBron's block on Iguodala? You guys forget about that? Like another guy. And the thing is, LeBron has been doing that since he became in the league, dude. Since he came into the league, dude, he's been blocking shots like that all the time. So when he did that in the finals at Golden State in Game 7 against Iguodala, I thought, man, I've seen it over and over again. That's a movie I've seen over and over. And it's just amazing to me. LeBron, and then obviously won the championship first time in Cleveland in over 50 years. Amazing to me. LeBron just continues to grow. And the thing is with LeBron, he's in his 17th year, about to be 18th. And honestly, he's not slowing down. Some people say he's slowing down. He's still doing crazy dunks. Like crazy dunks. Still jumping out of the gym. It's crazy. I thought LeBron was slowing down. LeBron and James has played 53 career games in the NBA Finals. Average over 28 points a game in that. We're talking the NBA Finals, dude. He is one of the best. Over 10 rebounds a game, over 7 assists a game, dude. I mean, crazy what LeBron James has done. Amazing. Now, a lot of people say in our society, yes, he's the best player of our generation, no doubt. And then we get in the GOAT talks, right? Okay, this is where it gets interesting. A lot of people say, well, LeBron's the GOAT. He's the best ever. I agree. He's the best athlete to ever play. He's the second best basketball player to ever play the game. I would definitely say MJ is my number 1. Here's why. When you have MJ, okay, I don't even really know where to start with MJ. All I know is 6-0 in NBA Finals. 1-3. Then he went to go play baseball in the major leagues. Took a year and a half, I believe. Came back, lost in the playoffs against Orlando, I believe, and then came back and won 3 straight. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, yes, Scottie Pippen, a Hall of Famer, Dennis Rodman. Who else did he? He had a bunch of role players. Steve Kerr. Come on. He did not have the, superstar lineups like these cats have in today's age, right? But then a lot of people will knock me and say, LeBron always goes to super hyped teams, like the Miami Heat. Okay, I'll feel you on that. I feel that. When LeBron went to the Heat, I first hated on LeBron. I was like, man, dude, really? We saw on TV people burning LeBron James's jersey. This was back in 2010-11, dude. This was crazy, dude. I could not believe people really burning his jerseys in Cleveland. They felt betrayed. They felt the hate. And LeBron bought into that villain. And that's why I think it was the meltdown in the finals that we saw. But and then they would go, well, then he went back to Cleveland. Well, who did he have in Cleveland besides Kyrie? Who did he have? And then in Kyrie, we find out that he don't really want to play with LeBron. We find out that Kawhi don't want to play with LeBron. Well, have fun, Kyrie and Kawhi. LeBron continues to keep winning. Like, why? If I'm Kyrie or Kawhi, why not play with LeBron, dude? This is a once-in-a-lifetime talent. I'm saying when I get old, when I'm in my, if I make it to my 80s or 70s, we're going to talk about this in front of the bonfire and say, dude, LeBron James was just the best athlete we've ever seen. Crazy. Fresh out of high school. We're talking even in high school, he was getting a lot of hype. Early 2000s, dude, is really when people really started to realize who is LeBron James. Who is this guy? Dude, crazy. Insanely. Amazing to me, dude. And then we'll get, then he goes to the Lakers and creates his own super team. Okay, Anthony Davis, I get it. Rajon Rondo, shout out to Rondo, though. For real, Rondo, the only player in history to win with the Lakers and Boston, dude. Rondo, I love Rondo. And Rondo won with Boston. He first came in the league in 06, won in 08. He was only 21 years old when Rondo won his first ring, dude. Shout out to Rondo. I love Rondo. Yeah, I seen him play when he was young. And Rondo, he just has a smart IQ. And I think really Rondo was the difference maker in Game 6. I really do. Without Rondo, I don't even think the Lakers maybe won that game. Let's be honest here. He made that spark. Shout out to Rondo. But who else do the Lakers have besides AD and LeBron, though? And yes, Rondo's great. Who else? Kuzma? Come on, man. Hey, you can call me a hater, but seriously, I think, this is what the Lakers should do moving forward. They should trade Kuzma. They should trade Danny Green, and they need to get like a scorer. They need another scorer on there. Obviously, they can't get Damian Lillard signed a contract with the Blazers. That would be unfair. What I'm hearing is, what if Westbrook came to play with LeBron? For real. I think even then, really Westbrook would come to his senses and say, LeBron, show me some things. Teach me some things. And I think that'd be great for Westbrook. They just need a scorer. Or Murray from Denver. I mean, dude, if they even got Murray from Denver, dude, the Lakers, that's a wrap, dude. That's all they need. They just need another scorer, and that's really over the bar type. But GOAT talk, yes, MJ's my number one. LeBron James is at number 2. No doubt about it. Got to put Bill Russell definitely up in there. Bill Russell, 100. Magic, Bird. There's just so many grades. Kareem. There's just amazing players that really paved the way to get where we're at today. And yes, we could say, 100% the NBA today is definitely softer than what it used to be back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. No doubt about it. And I've even said on record, a lot of the NBA players today would not make it in that day. They would not be able to take it, dude. But players who would make it would be like, for instance, Draymond Green. He would make it back in the day. Westbrook, even LeBron, and people say he's a crybaby. Stop it. What happened to Jordan before Jordan won his rings? He got beat up by the bad boys. Okay, he literally got beat up, dude. Elbowed, all types of shit. I just think our society with sports is getting softer. Even in the NFL. Helmet to helmet, dude. Come on. In the 70s, 80s, and 90s, dude, that was the part of the game. Helmet to helmet, dude. And I get it for player safety, but for basketball getting so soft now, calling fouls where they just nicky-nack touch you, dude. Come on with that. I don't agree with that at all. I don't, but for LeBron James' legacy, what he's done on and off the court, yes, he gets a lot of hate. I honestly, I love LeBron. Building the I Promise School, helping kids get out of poverty, bettering families. That's what LeBron James is about. He has a good heart. LeBron James is about spreading love and not hate. Whatever his, political views, whatever. LeBron James is the most iconic sports figure we've seen since MJ, dude. Let's be honest here. LeBron James is the one, the chosen one, dude. He's living up to his hype right now. And if I want to predict it, I could see him winning back-to-back. I could see him winning in 2021 and also 2022. And the last time the Lakers three-peat were with Shaq and Kobe. And history could repeat itself. In 2000, who won the NBA Finals? Lakers. 2010, who won the NBA Finals? The Lakers. 2020, who won the NBA Finals? The Lakers. Dude, it's crazy. Start the decade's off right, dude. I'm telling you, I really think LeBron James could repeat. And obviously, yes, I get it. People can say what they want about LeBron. Call him a crybaby. Call him what they want. He's got his 4th ring right now, and he's not slowing down at all. I think LeBron James has another good 4 years in the NBA, maybe even 5. I feel like he gets the best treatment, eating the best foods, really helping the human body and mind. And we've seen it. LeBron James is not slowing down. He's still banging on dudes. He can still drive to the cup whenever he wants to. He can still create whatever he wants to. He can still do crazy passes whenever he wants to. Like, he can do really everything, dude. And that's why people want to play with LeBron. But for the Lakers moving forward, I say keep Dwight Howard. Keep him. I think that's a good stay there. I'd say keep Rajon Rondo. Add maybe another point guard, a young point guard, or just a young scorer. They need an extra scorer moving forward because they're going to play teams that love to shoot the three. Hopefully they sign Pope again. I really hope that. Maybe Caruso as well. The future's bright for the Lakers, though. I mean, you got LeBron and AD. People are going to want to play with the Lakers. They keep winning. LeBron James should have won a regular season MVP as well. But, hey, they're going to give him a curve. They're going to hate LeBron, whatever. LeBron's always going to rise to the occasion. So overall, man, shout out to LeBron James, 2020 NBA Finals MVP. Like I said, over and over again. I've been saying it since January that LeBron James will win NBA Finals MVP, and it feels great. It feels great when it finally does come true. Your bets are finally hitting, dude. It feels amazing, right? I'm telling you, though, man, shout out to LeBron James and the Lakers, 2021 champions. They're back-to-back, baby. Let's go!